Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy PJ. Fortunately today I'm here with my man Stbrn Sal.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good. How you doing, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. So let's hop into it, man. So from what I'm aware, you grew up in Norwood, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
How was that like?
At first it was weird because I was like one of the only black kids in all of my classes and everything basically. So it was weird, but like I'm used to being like the one dude that's a little different.
Yeah.
But everyone's pretty cool. Everyone got their own lane. Like Norwood is just a lane in itself.
Yeah.
So
was it hard adapting to your environment?
I wouldn't say it was hard because I didn't really pay attention to my environment too much, you know? I was just there. So, yeah.
I can relate. All right. So, for you, as far as music goes, what got you into music?
I'd say band. In 4th grade is when I first got introduced to like music. But when I was like 5, my dad bought me a little piano, and I was just playing that, and I was like, yo, this is fire. I could touch this and it makes a sound. I was like, that's crazy. And then I did band 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, and I just like fell in love with just playing music and
what
stuff.
Position I said that. What instrument you play?
Percussion.
I played the euphonium.
The euphonium? What is that?
Yeah, bro, it's like a big ass, like it's like a trombone mixed with like a trumpet.
Oh,
I hated that shit.
Different.
I hated, like, you can ask him, I absolutely hated that class. But
I loved band. That was my favorite class. Cause like it was crazy because after class I'd still be there playing the different instruments, and like my teacher would yell at me to leave because I just wouldn't leave because I just love playing music and stuff like that.
I hear you. What made you fall in love with the sound of music? What was it that attracted you so much?
How it invokes emotion in someone. Like you can hear something and feel something because you heard something. Like that's crazy. Like it's different from words. Like I can say something, right, and you can feel something, but I can also play something and you can feel something too.
Yeah. Would you say that the vocals you feel more of the vocals than you do the sound, or which one is powering over the other?
I'd say you feel the sound more because the sound is by default just what it is, but a voice can be many different things. And if you don't perform vocally right, then you're not gonna feel nothing.
Fair.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what made you feel like you should create your own music and put it out to the public?
Probably people around me telling me that I should do it. Cause in 6th grade, that's when I started making beats. Because my band instructor told me, yo, you should just start doing this at home because you're wasting time over here, like go to class and stuff. So I was like, how do I do that? He put me onto a website, and I just like started doing that.
He put me onto
a website. Like shout out Mr. Nosey. If you ever watch this video, Mr. Nosey, shout out to you. I wouldn't be here because
what engine was it? Do you remember like the software that he?
It's called Soundation.com.
Okay.
And I started there, and I was just doing it for fun. I just wanted to like figure out how to produce a beat from nothing. And I started doing that, showed my friends what I was doing. I was like, yo, that's fire, that's cool. I was like, word? Okay. And I just kept doing it. And then like high school, I was doing it all up until high school, and then people just wanted to hop on beats.
Yeah. And
I was like, okay, I can really start doing this for real. And that's why I just started focusing on making music. Like,
word. So you started out producing before you started songwriting.
Yeah.
Were there some inspirations or influencers
making beats?
Yeah, that were making beats at the time, were producers? You can say.
The main artists that influenced my instrumentals would be Tyler, the Creator.
Okay.
And Kendrick Lamar.
Why is that?
He's one of the first rappers I started listening to. And then when you start making a beat, you don't really have a sound. So like I listen to his music, I'm like, let me try to make what he's making.
Yeah.
So then I would do that. Yeah. So he was the main influence, and then I'd listen to other artists and try to do the same thing they're doing, up until I figured out the formula of how to create different sounds. If that makes sense.
Yeah. What made you want to songwrite?
The fact that I could, I guess. I said I can, so I will. You know, everyone else is doing it. Some people weren't that good, so I was like, maybe I'm good. Hopefully I'm good. Hopefully I don't sound too bad, and I sounded pretty good. And I was like, I can keep doing this.
Yeah. So
and then people heard it and told me like, oh, you should keep doing it. Some people told me not to do it at all. Just said, dude, that's trash. Stop that.
Oh damn.
But I was like, damn. Because my self-esteem be getting hurt when I be hearing that.
People?
Yeah, especially when you starting off. It's like, oh, if you telling me I'm trash.
Yeah. But so, I mean, even the beginning stage, people are uplifting you to start your career. So
yeah, which is crazy too. So like,
exactly, yeah.
It's like, it's really extreme. If I hear something good, I'm like 100% positive. If I hear something bad, I'm like, that shit drops.
Do you think they were trying to settle you for less?
I didn't see it that way at first, but over time, I started seeing it that way. Because there was a certain group of people that'd be the only ones telling me that's trash. And I'm like, you're just hating on me.
Were they your close friends or just outsiders?
A little bit of both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
have you been writing? So I know you songwriting, but were you writing for people as well, or you just wrote for yourself? Okay.
So I'd be writing for people, like when someone comes in and they trying to make a verse or something, and I hear like how it could sound. I'm like, oh, try this. They do it. They like it. They sound good, and I'm just keep doing that.
Right. Yeah. So from what I'm aware, one of the major projects that I'm aware of is your freshman mixtape, which I would say is probably one of your first mixtapes, you can say.
Yeah, my first one.
One of your first mixtapes. So how was that like putting that out for the first time?
That was a crazy experience. It was lit, cause I know that whole season I was like, I need to drop a project. Like I just have to. And it was all based around my freshman year at college.
Yeah, and you're at RIC, am I correct?
Yeah, right in college.
So had RIC played a big influence in the whole meaning of the project?
Definitely, it did. Most of what I was talking about was what was going on at the time. Like every song was just a story of what happened that season.
So let's speak on Spark Me as well. So Spark Me about you getting high for the first time, or has you been high before? Like what's
just
the deal?
Being around all of that. All like, cause people would be smoking every day in college. Compared to high school, you're like, yo, y'all are like actually addicted to like being off some stuff. Yeah. You know, I was like, that's crazy. So that song was about that. Like you see all the smoke in the room. Every time I was with people, smoke in the room. Yeah. Highest in the room, no Travis. You feel me? Cause that song's fire too. I had to shout it out. No cap.
I heard you.
And that sample, I had to make it the intro. Like that was the last song I made actually. Yep. For the whole project. Yeah. It's the first song on the project, but the last song I made for the project.
How important is it for you to do that? Was there something that you pursued as far as wanting to resonate each song with each other?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to tell a story. I feel like each album or project that anyone makes should be like concise, could be a story. You feel me? Yeah. Even if it's a small little 3-track, 4-track, it don't matter. Like it should tell a story. So I wanted to do that.
For the project, did you produce that as well? Did you produce that whole? Wow.
I produced every song except for Off It, which was produced by a producer named Sahara on YouTube. That beat was lit. I had to throw it on there. Yeah. But everything else I just made myself.
Word. As far as producing and songwriting goes, or even vocals, you can say, how would you explain your style?
I'd say it's like free, cause that's how I feel when I make it. You feel me?
Elaborate more on what free is.
Free is like I'ma just say or speak or just vocalize however I feel. Because most of the time when I play a beat, like, you know, when you just freestyle over a beat, most of the time the first things I start freestyling is what I go with. Okay. Because I'm like, okay, that's what I felt initially, so that's what it, like, something meant something to me, that's why I said it in the first place.
Right. So do you write my bad to cut you off, but do you write your songs prior to you making the song, or do you just go all by flow and just,
it depends.
Okay.
Like, sometimes I usually write if I want to say something. Otherwise, I'll just punch in and just finish a bar or whatever it is. You feel me?
Yeah, just add something into your song.
Yeah.
I hear you, man. I know that you're currently producing as well, and you're also currently making music. The last track that you put out was around October of 2020. Yeah. So are there some things that we should anticipate as far as you and some collaborations?
Yeah, I'm going to be dropping a lot of music this year with a lot of different people. Especially like people like Starchild. Been cooking up with KZ a lot. Just met Harvey. He's fire. They're all fire. So I'm just happy I met them. Yeah. And my boy in Florida, his name Bad Luck Casper. I've been working for a long time.
Okay.
We're gonna work on some collabs.
People outside of Mass too.
Yeah. Word. So, cause I've been doing it a lot by myself, but now that I found people who's on the same path as me, it's like that's gonna be crazy. Yeah. So I'm dropping a song next month called Altered Carbon. That's inspired by that show on Netflix. I don't know if you heard it, but
no, I haven't. I got you.
It's pretty crazy. Okay. It's pretty crazy. So I've just been making music. Planning on dropping it all this year. You feel me? Word.
Now, explain more of the relationship with you and Starchild as well as KZ. I know that you guys met at the album when we cooked up during that time period. What was the energy like? What made y'all click instantly?
So yeah, that one weekend we was recording for the album, I pulled up on the last day because I forgot that was going on. But I pulled up. I was like just looking for a room to be in. And everyone was already doing something, like they were just lit. Yeah. And then KSully
came out of nowhere, by the way.
Yeah. KSully was like, yo, I'm all set in this room. You can pull up here if you want to. And I did that. I plugged in. And then it was like, yo, Starchild pulling up, pulling up. I was like, I never heard of him, but hopefully he's lit. You feel me? Yeah. And then I'm in the room by myself. He pull up. And then I'm playing the beat. He's getting lit. And I'm like, oh, yo, hop on it. Yeah. And he does. And I'm like, yo, he's fire. And then KZ comes in and he hears it. He's like, yo, that's fire. Come into my room after and we can like make some stuff. And that's what we did.
Yep. Made Moonlight Hill.
Yeah. Right. So the vibe was just like, okay, we're just I don't know, we just clicked. Like,
instantly.
His name is Star Child, and I'm like, I made a whole song called Stargazing Girl, so it was like stars.
Next, the energy was already there.
Yeah, it was already there.
I felt. So for you, I know that there's a lot of things that you improved in your sound. What are some ways that you go about improving your sound and innovating it to the best of your ability?
Right now, I'm really focusing on mixing my music, because I've been doing that myself too, and it's like, it's a process mixing. But I met KZ, he's been doing it, so he's definitely been teaching me some stuff that I haven't known before, and helping myself with the vocals, making sure I even perform better when I record, because that's a big part of it too, and making sure the kick hits, the bass hits, like everything, just make sure everything hits. Yeah.
Now, I know Massachusetts music hasn't really gotten the recognition, but for you, explain more about the talent on here. I want you to explain more about what you acknowledge as far as the music talent out here in Massachusetts or even New England as a whole.
I think out here it's like I feel like people forget other people are doing what they're doing, and DOD kind of showed that, oh, there's a bunch of people doing what I'm doing. So I got to see so many different artists that are in their lane doing their thing and they're fire. Like, I used to think there was nothing out here because I just didn't see it. You feel me? But now that I see it, I'm like, okay, we can actually be put on the map. You feel me?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fire artists coming out here.
Word. I know for me, I explain, you sound like this, you sound like that. Yeah. I know you've heard that often too. For you, how do you feel about that? When people tell you feel like, you sound like Brent Faiyaz, so you sound like Sway Lee. Yeah. So like, how do you feel about that?
It's a compliment to me, honestly, because it's like, okay, they have their own sound, they like do their own thing, and like I have my own. Because the thing is, they say my voice sounds like that, but my beats sound completely different. So it's like kind of like a combination of a couple of different things. So, and I never knew my style either, so I never thought about it. So then people telling me, and I'm like, oh, I can go off of that. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's the starting point. Let me just bring everything together or go in these different directions.
Right. So it's like a motivation.
Yeah, it's a big motivation.
Okay. Cool, man. So I know that, like you said, you have more projects on the way. What are some things that you aspire to accomplish? It may not be music related, but things outside of music that, you want to convey.
This is random, but the first time you asked me that, when we had that interview on that weekend, I said I want to make furniture, because that would just be lit. So like, people make clothing lines, I want to make a furniture line. Yeah. Just cause.
Is it like cool. The design that you want to?
Yeah, just make some weird looking chairs.
Okay.
Weird looking tables. That would be fire. And I definitely want to do like movie scores, like composition for film. Okay. That's the dream right there. Like, yeah. If a director hit me up and said, "Oh, we need you to make a song for the make theme," I'd be lit. Wow. Like, that would be crazy to see your song on film or whatever, on TV, whatever. You're telling a story. Yeah, like the music goes hand in hand with the visuals, with the whole like. It all just comes
resonates,
together. Yeah. So that would be cool.
Good for you, man. What are some things like? Do you already have some designs already like made up already
for some
furniture, bro?
Only in my head.
Only in your head.
I need to start drawing it down.
So like what's some influences that in your head, if you can name off the dome some influences?
Some furniture influences?
Yeah, like designs.
Go crazy. I feel.
Nah, I'm not talking about the brands. I'm talking about like movie inspirations.
Oh, I thought you was talking about furniture, bro.
I'm not saying it.
I said my man thought
he thought like IKEA, freaking Sears, Amazon.
No, the worst part is, bro, nigga trying to play it all.
He's like, I was
confused by your question. I was like, I'm gonna answer anyways.
Maybe I should have worded it different. But I'm saying, as far as like, do you have any like inspirations as far as like movies or TV shows? Yeah.
All right. Nothing in particular. Just like, I know like the soundtrack for Black Panther is really what got me into that realm. Okay. Like, yeah. Cause that movie, bro, jeez, the sound, like, yo, I was like, damn, I want to do that for major film. So anything, I like all genres.
Word.
Like, yeah.
Speak on your versatility too, because I know that obviously you are versatile. But how would you explain your versatility?
My versatility is like, it's kind of like anything goes. Like, at first, I put a ceiling on my like above me. Like, I do hip hop, I rap, and then I started branching out into singing. But singing is a whole different lane. You can sing on so many different beats. So I started making those different beats, and I liked it. So my versatility, I'd say like I just make whatever. I can make R&B, rap. Sometimes I make rock music. I just never dropped it yet.
Okay.
Because there's no point for me to drop it. I'd be going kind of left. I like indie music, pop music. Like, I like to fuse a lot because I grew up listening to everything.
Yeah. So
except for country.
Yeah, I hate country. Sorry, guys.
Country's alright, but not for me. You feel me?
Yeah. No, it's not bad, but I just.
I worked at Texas Roadhouse for like a year.
Oh, so that's
all I heard was country music. No.
Yeah, that must suck.
Nah. I had to clock in with it. Nah.
Yeah. I feel. But just to end it on this note, man, if you were to give any opportunity to, convey a message to, a group of kids, to anybody that wants to be, inspired to your work or inspired of your work right now currently, what would that be?
That's a deep question, man. I'd say if you have a vision, then you don't got to worry about nothing else. You feel me? If you have a vision and you know how you want it and you know that you can get it, there's no reason to think otherwise, no matter what anyone tells you, because the vision is all you have at the end of the day. Whatever's in here is all you have at the end of the day. So if you focus on that, there's no need to worry about anything else around that. And that's something I learned recently. And if I knew that at a young age, then I'd probably be like really lit right now. Really lit. So that's what I'd say. Focus on your vision and focus on how you're going to get there, because you can get there, basically.
Word. That was put beautiful, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate talking with you, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. So this is going to wrap up the Stbrn Sal interview. If you guys liked what you heard, make sure you guys give it a like. Also subscribe, turn on post notifications, as well as follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and follow my man Stbrn Sal on all social medias, Twitter, Instagram, everything.
I'm everywhere.
Check out his website and buy some motherfucking stickers.
Yeah, I dropped the website too.
Yeah.
StubbornSalMusic.com. You can buy stickers, songs. Stickers? Just look at my face, do whatever you want. It's a lit ass website.
Word. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out that too. More merch on the way.
More merch. You heard him.
Yes,
sir.
All right.
Damn, Saul, you stubborn.
I'll be right back. Stay right where